is going on, you guys? I am super excited and nervous for today's video. If you guys don't know, I tried bonding my two boys in the past, Vision and Jojo, and it was an experience. It failed. If you guys want to go check that out, it'll be right up here. We are going to be doing yet again another bonding process with Vision, actually, our first candidate, but also with Ezra. Now, just to keep you guys up to speed, if you guys are coming to my channel for the first time or you don't know too much about my pigs, I used to have a trio of males, Kai, Winston, and Ezra, and Kai actually ended up attacking Ezra, thus making him a lone pig. So he has been on his own now for about 3.5 months, and he has been living side by side to Vision for about 2.5 months. So they have been neighbors for quite a bit, and they've gotten along really great through the bars. They lay up next to each other, they sleep next to each other, they eat hay from each other's litter boxes when they're up close to one another. So there is some kind of connection between the two of them. I've never seen any hostility from either one of them. Vision will actually attack a couple of the pigs through the bars when they're out for free roam time, especially when it comes to Kai. But when it comes to Ezra, he's never given him any types of troubles or hostility or aggressiveness. So I really do have a little bit more of high hopes from the last time. So if you guys are new to the entire bonding experience between male guinea pigs or guinea pigs in general, I want to give you guys some pointers. I want to let you guys know about how to go about this because I have actually done it 2 times now. Actually, no, plenty of times because I forgot that I introduced, well, I don't really consider adults and babies being bonded with each other a bonding session, just because 9 times out of 10, it pretty much works because of the power dynamic that's already established with the adult and the baby. So it just kind of works out on its own. So I did 2 bonding sessions between an adult and a baby, which was for Lennon and Willow, and then Caroline and Wanda, which were obviously all successful because they've been living with each other since then. But I tried bonding a couple of my girls with each other. That failed. I did Jojo and Vision. That failed. I'm hoping 3rd time's a charm on this one. That's what they say. So fingers crossed. I actually ended up getting Vision for the purpose of finding him a cage mate. I did buy him from PetSmart, but I have a highlight over on my Instagram for you guys to see the reason why I did it and the whole story with that. But he was really aggressive towards all of his cage mates, which is why he ended up living on his own in PetSmart. And I went there for 2, almost 3 weeks, and he was there alone. No one bought him, and I was like, you know what? This boy's really pretty. He's alone. I feel bad for him that he's aggressive, and no one can seem to find him a home. So let me just bring him in here and add him to the pig room family. And he has been living with me for the last couple months. So right now is the time to see if we can actually find him a friend finally. It is very difficult to bond male guinea pigs. They are some of the most aggressive, difficult pigs in the world compared to females. Females are a little bit easier when it comes to dominance issues and just their personalities. Males, they got something to them. They're crazy, they're whack, they just want to fight each other. It's like straight males. It's like they're just their own breed, and it's just like either they get along or they don't. So we're gonna be dealing with that today. Hopefully all goes well. I do see some similarities in their personality, which makes me think this could potentially go well. Ezra has been a little bit more submissive when he was in the trio, but I don't know if that has changed, that whole dynamic of personality since living alone and getting attacked. I hope that him being attacked does not change his personality and think that all males are evil and going to attack him. So I hope he doesn't turn on Vision. But yeah, bonding males is quite difficult, but it can be done. Again, it is a lot easier to do adults and babies than it is to do the same age of pigs, just how it kind of works out. And especially in the wild, they don't normally live in male groups. It's just only ever one male with a bunch of females. He's a ladies' man. Having being domesticated now, it's not the case where it can happen because all males can't be neutered and live with a bunch of females. For what I am doing in their bonding session is I am actually in my spare bedroom. This is just like a random room with like a futon, a mini fridge, a TV. We don't ever really use this room, so I just thought this would be a perfect space to do the bonding session just because they've never actually been in this space before. As you guys can see right here, I have a massive bonding pen. I didn't decide to actually do the grids on the back wall just because it's not really necessary. It's a solid wall, so there's no way they could escape. But I have a massive pen for them to just hopefully become friends. It is a 4x6 CNC cage, which is 4 feet by 6 feet. So plenty of space for them to run around. It is a little bit more bigger than the cage that they're going in if they bond with each other. That cage is a 3x6, so it's just a grid wider. But I think having it be a little bit bigger will just allow them to have more room to run around, figure it out, and it's not super tight. And I think if they can work it out in here, they definitely can work it out in a 3x6. What I will say though, that is if you're doing a bonding session, don't make the pen too big. Make it kind of almost equivalent equivalent to the size of cage that they're going in, just so you can see if they can work it out in that cage if they were to be thrown inside of that space. And also don't make it too small, because that can get very anxious for them and overwhelming, and it's not really necessary to put them in a small space, especially for the safety of them, because they can fight, and having two pigs in a small space could really allow them to attack each other more and not run away. I just want to let you guys know that all of these grids are fresh. I actually ended up forgetting that I had these, but I'm going to be using these for the cage upgrade for Leon and Styles. But I figured for this bonding session, it would be appropriate to use them for, because no one's ever used these grids before, so they're completely fresh. They don't smell like any pigs. And also the fleece is completely fresh and washed, so there's no sense of any pigs on it, which is really going to aid this process in being a lot smoother. The reason why I say this is because guinea pigs are very territorial. They will always try and just claim things like that are theirs. Kind of like when you're a toddler and you want to play with a toy and not give it to anyone else and not share. That's very much them. They got like toddler behavior. So they will try anything in their power to claim a certain item. So having your bonding pen be fresh and clear of anything, and that means like hidey houses, toys, food dishes, anything of those sorts, it's really going to help them see if they can really get along with each other with not having anything. So I'm actually going to run upstairs, get some hay from my bin, and just put it right in the center of the bonding pen like I always do. Put some water bottles. I'll put 2 just to be safe, and we're just going to see how this goes. I am feeling very nervous, I have to admit. This is never an enjoyable experience. I have been talking with you guys, and a lot of you guys have said that you've done your bondings between males and they've gone like swimmingly, or they've not gone swimmingly. So it's been kind of 50-50. So I hope we are on the better side and we have a successful bond. But again, there's no planning what's going to happen in these types of things. So we just gotta see what happens and see if the pigs can figure it out. So let's go ahead and get some hay and water bottles, and then we will grab Ezra and Vision. Alrighty guys, so the bonding pen is all set up. I have a water bottle on this side and then a water bottle on that side, so opposite ends in case they want to drink, not next to each other. And then we have a big mound of hay in the middle. So that is pretty much it in regards to the bonding pen and how you set it up. It's quite simple. It's just a matter of putting the pigs in and seeing what happens. So let's go ahead and grab Vision and Ezra. I'm going to go put them into my carriers, and then we'll pick them up and then put them in here at the same time. Alrighty guys, so we've got Vision right here. And then we've got Ezra in this one. So we are going to be putting them into the bonding pen right now. You guys are also being recorded on that camera right there. I also have my vitamin C treats in case things get a little bit crazy. And I can kind of break up the energy a little bit, so we'll have those on hand. And then we'll slowly introduce veggies as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and put them into the bonding pen. Oh my God, this is so nerve-wracking. I'm actually just going to open up their carriers and see if they come out on their own, but I'll place them inside. All right, so both of them are now inside the pen. Ezra is out. And then we will see about Mr. Vision. I just don't want him to get attacked while he's in there. So let's go ahead and flip this around. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Alrighty, and then we have this on standby in case they get a little crazy with each other. Hey, 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 hey. Oh. All right, so immediately we already have some dominance issues going on. So Vision is very male aggressive. Hey. So I think a dynamic that would work is if Ezra fully submits to Vision and Vision just becomes the more dominant one. Just because Vision's a tough guy, as you guys can hear. But Ezra's so nice, so I hope they get along. It's okay. And Vision also might have a little bit of trauma because of JoJo. Hi, my boys. I know, this is very, very scary and new, but you guys could get along eventually. You never know. Hey. Just gonna see if they can work on this. Hey, knock it off. It's okay. It's okay, babies. Seems like Ezra just wants to eat his hay. Vision's like, nah, man, we gotta fight this out. All right, they're both eating now. It's just like when they get close to each other, when they're like, ah. It's okay, boys. And this is a little bit more on the aggressive side, guys, when it comes to the teeth clicking and when they're face to face. But as long as there's no blood drawn, then it's totally fine. Again, males are just very difficult when going through this process. Hey. And I do that clicking noise because they know what that means. It means I'm here. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, knock it off. Hey, knock it off. It's okay. You're okay. Shh. Yeah, so this is already pretty aggressive. Just gonna try and separate them for just a little bit. I know. I know it's very scary, buddy. It's okay. All right. Oh, I really hope that they can have some peace with each other. I think having Vision had been attacked by Jojo and then Ezra being attacked by Kai, they're not feeling the most, you know, good with each other. What is it, my boys? I know. Hi. Hello. Hello. And I hate when they get up into each other's faces. That scares the living crap out of me. Like, I just wish they wouldn't do that. I feel like they're gonna like rip each other's faces off. Seems like they're both pretty scared, actually. Yeah, you could tell by like the hunched up back and the squatting when he's walking. And then Ezra's just remaining his distance. All to be expected. See, I don't like this. I don't like the cornering. That's what scares me the most. Vision, calm your balls. He is just eating his hay. Relax. Ezra's nice. Oh, I feel bad for Ezra. All right, guys, so it's been about, I want to say 25-30 minutes with Vision and Ezra bonding. As you can hear from his teeth chattering still, they had a little bit of a feud, and Ezra actually ended up doing exactly what he had done to him from Kai and splitting his lip open a little bit. Just want to see if I can show you guys. Just right on the side right there, you guys can see a little bit of a gash. So ultimately, it's not gonna work out. From the get-go, they were kind of arguing and stuff, and I could kind of tell that tensions were high between the two of them. So it just doesn't seem like a pairing that's gonna work out. Vision has always been aggressive, even before I got him. That's what they told me, the employees. So it seems like he's probably just a pig that works better on his own space, in his own territory, or just with females. So I think the only thing that's really left to do, possibly just think about neutering. It's not the most ideal situation, just because it can be so expensive, but ultimately for his happiness, I think it could be an option for us to pursue. So yeah, I'm just going to put them back into their cages. I'm glad I didn't like take them down or anything and make it one big cage, just so I can just stick them in there and it's just a lot easier. But I'm going to just put a little bit of CBD and then a little bit of Neosporin on his lip, just so it feels a little bit better, and then we'll go from there. It's not as bad as what Ezra's was, which is really good. It's just a little one, so it's definitely going to heal up in like 2 or 3 days. Another failed bonding, which sucks. I'm not sure where this video is going to go. I may just make this into a vlog and just put it in there. May not. I'm not sure how long this video will be. But yeah, let's go ahead and put these piggies back into their cage, and then I'll talk to you guys later. Welcome back, you guys. So this is going to be a little impromptu. I understand that I'm wearing basically the same exact outfit. Well, different clothes, same bandana, and they look the same, but it's actually the next day after the whole Ezra and Vision bonding went down. I actually did not plan on filming this segment for this video today. I was going to do it tomorrow, but my meeting got canceled, so I can actually do it right now. Why not do it? And I will vlog it for you guys and show you the exact same process over again, but hoping this one is the successful one. I really, really hope so. I do also want to mention that this room that I'm in right now, which is now my bedroom, was once the pig room. They lived in here for about 6 to 7 months, and now they're actually in my old bedroom, which is now the new pig room. Sorry if that's confusing. I've lived in here for now about 2.5 months, so their scents are gone. There's nothing to worry about in regards to not doing it in a completely, you know, fresh territory. I vacuumed plenty of times. I've had the window open. I've also cleaned a bunch, so their scents out of here. So there's definitely not going to be a familiarity. Familiarity? I don't even know the word. They're not gonna know that they're in the space that they were in, is basically what I'm trying to say here. So it should be totally fine. Also, girls are just a lot easier when it comes to their personalities, so I don't think anything of the sorts of having even an ounce of smell in a territory they've been in is going to trigger something. Now, if you guys don't know, I have 3 separate cages of girls. I have 2 pairs and then a trio. I have tried to bond my 1 pair to the trio, Lennon and Willow, to Teddy, Kyle, and Eris, and it actually ended up not working. So I'm not going to be pursuing that at all. So I'm actually going to be doing my other pair, Caroline and Wanda, with Teddy, Kyle, and Eris, and see how that works. So a herd of 5, so 5 pigs total. There is cases, you know, where the bonding will have to go on maybe even for a couple of days just to really solidify their relationship. But knowing the personalities of my pigs, I'm not super concerned that this is going to go sour, but I obviously can't bet any money on saying that because given yesterday, you never know how it's gonna go. The only pig that I'm a little bit concerned about is Caroline, who is my oldest pig. She's 5 years old. I just worry because she will get a little bit annoyed sometimes with Wanda, but it's nothing major. Like, she just does a little rumble strutting and then she's just like, whatever girl, like go off and do your thing. And Wanda is a hyper girl. She loves playing, she loves running around, and Caroline's old, so she's not really about that, but she tries to keep up with her. So I think in the back of my head, scientifically speaking, with how things probably should go, I'm thinking that Caroline could potentially be the one that is the most dominant, and I think that if there is any issues, it's going to be Caroline and having an issue with Teddy. Possibly Kyle, but I don't see too many issues. Teddy is full of personality, and she's a little bit of a biatch, so I think they may be the ones that have to kind of figure their kind of relationship out. I'm not really changing anything other than what I did yesterday. There's no improvements that I could make. I did everything. Everything was fresh. Everything was, you know, suitable for a bonding session. It just really came down to the personalities of Vision and Ezra. So let's go ahead and let's set up the bonding pen. I do realize that the sun is coming in, which means the sun is setting. So I think it's like 4 o'clock right now. So I'm kind of working on a tight time frame when it comes to lighting. So I'll probably have to throw on some lights in my room and then set up my other, you know, artificial studio lights and hope that that works. So I apologize in advance if the lighting's a little bit weird. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the bonding pen and then we'll get started. Alrighty guys, so the bonding pen is all set up. It is a 4x7, so it is plenty enough room for 5 pigs. I think this is going to be a perfect amount of space for them to see if they could get along and bond with each other. As I did in yesterday's session, I have a huge mound of hay in the middle, which is right there, completely fresh as well. I just got it from my car, so it's nice and good. And also I have 2 water bottles, one over there and then one over there. So what I'm gonna start off with doing in this bonding session is a little bit different than obviously doing 2 pigs. I'm going to be grabbing Caroline and Wanda and putting them in here for about a minute or 2, just to get them comfortable with their surroundings and everything that's going on within the bonding pen. And then I'm going to be grabbing Eris, who's my least dominant pig, and then Kyle, who's my second most dominant pig, and then Teddy, who is the most dominant pig. And I think doing it in this order will allow them to adjust a lot easier, and, you know, not right off the bat there's going to be a fight that happens, if there is by any chance. So I think this is going to obviously keep down the stress levels, because when you are bonding older guinea pigs, which is what Caroline is, she's 5 years old, it's really important to keep the stress levels down. So if I do notice, I want to mention this, if I do notice that Caroline is actually getting a little bit stressed out, she looks like she's having a hard time with this entire experience, I will be removing her and Wanda and just ending it there, and then we'll just, you know, just figure out something else in the future. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab Caroline and Wanda. We'll put them in here for a little bit and then we'll start adding the pigs. Alrighty guys, so we've got Wanda and Caroline. Caroline's already burrowing in the hay because I think that she is very hungry. So they're just in here. I'm gonna let them chill out for about a minute or 2 before I start adding the pigs. So like I mentioned before, we're going to first add Eris, who's my least dominant, then Kyle, who's my second dominant, and then Teddy, who's my most dominant. When it comes to the personalities of Wanda and Caroline, they're actually very chill. I don't sense any hostility from them at all. especially when it comes to a lot of my girls. I don't sense that. Really, the only pig that gives me a little bit of worry is Teddy, because I have done a bonding session with her and my 2 other girls, Lennon and Willow, and she was the one that was causing the most amount of issues. So that's the only one that I worry about. But when it comes to Caroline and Wanda, it's easy breezy with them. So hopefully it stays like that. But I do know that if you are putting pigs in a bonding situation, you know, they can show you something that you've never known in their personality for them to do. So it really is just a matter of just seeing what comes out of them when it does happen. But they're chill right now. They're eating their hay. They're having a good time. But let's start adding Eris. And then, like always, guys, I have a t-shirt on hand in case anything happens. So we're just going to add her to the mix and see what happens. And I'll have them in there for a couple minutes before I add the next pig, just so I can make sure they get their barriers down with each other. So it seems like Wanda's very curious about Miss Eris. Apologies for the squeaky floorboards too. And Caroline has no idea what's even happening. Already, guys, a better experience. Like, seriously, like, they're just so chill right off the bat. No fights. I also just really like the idea of having a herd because it just allows for more socialization between pigs and having, you know, more friends and stuff and more things to interact with. So I really do like this idea. I think Caroline might have figured out that there's another pig in the pen. Maybe not. Nope. But yeah, I really do like the idea. So I really, really, really hope this works out. That's what Caroline will do. She'll rumble strut. That's a normal behavior for her. She'll do that to Wanda all the time, so that's nothing new. But I'm very curious to know how she's going to handle seeing Eris for the first time, because they've actually never been next to each other when it comes to living next to each other through the bars. So they're like complete strangers to each other. So I want to know how they're going to interact for the first time. And it's also a good sign that she's letting Wanda sniff her butt as well. I do like that. Yeah, it seems like Caroline figured out there's a new pig in the cage. Pretty chill so far. See, Eris is just so nice. She's just chill. She won't bite. She's a very good girl. When I did do the original bonding between her trio and then Lennon and Willow, she gave no problems whatsoever. She was the most chill girl out of all of them. So I really expect the same from her. Is that right? Hi, baby. And I do have veggies on standby in the fridge that are already pre-washed, so I can give it to them because it's almost close to dinner time. They're going crazy in the background if you can hear them. All the other pigs. All right, so I think I'm getting pretty good vibes from this. They're being very nice to each other. It seems like Wanda is the only one who has interest in Eris. But I'm gonna go grab Kyle and see if that changes anything. And then we'll go from there. Oh, she's licking her ear. Oh, that's so sweet. Usually if they lick the ears, that means, oh, she just got sprayed in the mouth. She got pee in the mouth. That was not good. Oh, Wanda, you okay? She literally peed in her mouth. Oh no. That's a common behavior too, is getting sprayed. All right, let's add Kyle. A little worried about Kyle and Caroline meeting, just because they're basically the same size, but Caroline doesn't care. She's like, she's like, I really don't. Wanda seems like she's the most curious. And that's pretty normal for a young guinea pig, is that they want to explore everything, they want to sniff everything. So, she's a little curious girl. Yes! Do you like having more friends, Wanda? I think so. And again, Kyle and Teddy, who's coming next, they were the ones who gave me the issues for the last bonding. Ooh, just a little bit of aggression there. That's okay though. Wasn't an open mouth. She just kind of wanted to give her a little love kiss right there. Oh, they're meeting. Yeah, it seems like Caroline is so chill. She really does not care. And you know what? I actually would really like the dynamic of Caroline having older pigs. She's one. Also, Teddy is one as well. Just because she is very young, so they would level each other out really nicely because they're very young with each other. And then older guinea pig, older guinea pig. And then Teddy, who's old as well. All right, so it seems like everyone kind of knows that there's new pigs in the cage. So that's a good sign. So I think I'm actually going to go grab Teddy, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and add Teddy into the mix, and we'll see what happens. So this is the troublemaker. She's the one with a lot of personality. She is the one who can potentially start the drama. So let's just see what happens here. It's so cool seeing them all together as well. Like they're all like very, oh my goodness, she's giving her kisses on the mouth. It's okay, baby. Something's happening right now. Of course, when I add Teddy, that's when it all kind of goes down. But she needs to move. She's just in the corner, just hanging out. Hey, no chewing on that. Oh, no. A little bit more noise action going on. So it seems like Caroline and Kyle are the ones who are having a little bit of a feud with each other. It's okay, girlies. You're okay. Teddy looks very scared. I'm surprised. She's remaining her distance. She's not getting in the action. It's very strange. Ooh. Now, even though there is semi-aggression going on, the fact that Caroline is able to sniff her butt just there is a really great sign. And, you know, Kyle allowing that to happen is really good as well. So that lets me know that, you know, she can get close to her and she won't mind. And there's not going to be like a do not even get near me situation or I'm going to attack you. It's kind of similar to how Ezra and Vision went about their little bonding session yesterday. Hey, oh, it's okay. All right, so that was a little bit of a mini launch right there. No blood drawn though, so gonna keep it going. And something like that could have to happen in order for everyone to know who's the dominant one. So it really does seem like it's either Caroline or Kyle who are going to have to establish their dominance. Wanda is giving Kyle some troubles, but I think Kyle's going to be, you know, the ultimate one that's going to have to overcharge her just because she is a lot bigger. And Teddy's so scared right now too. All right, so we've got some veggies. So I'm just going to go ahead and give them some of these. Hello. Hi. What's that? And hopefully that'll kind of break up the energy just a little bit, just to the point where they can kind of enjoy a snack and not be super hyper-focused on one another. All right, so it's nice to see that a majority of them are eating. What's this? All right, so I think that definitely broke up the energy a little bit. They're all focused on their veggies, they're focused on eating. It definitely comes out in spurts when they get next to each other. And that's the main test when it comes to bonding, is that if they are close to each other and they're not fighting, they're not teeth chattering, they're not rumble strutting, there's no signs of aggression going on whatsoever, that works. That is a great sign that they could possibly be a good match. This process, I want to say, could potentially take a couple hours. Honestly, I kind of feel more comfortable keeping them in here overnight without any hides or anything. And then that way, like when I'm sleeping in my bed, I can really tell if there's anything that goes on with like fights and all that, because I would hear it. So I think I might actually end up keeping them in this bonding pen overnight, and that'll be, you know, well over 24 hours in this pen. And that way I'll be able to tell to see if they can really truly get along in their cage. apologies for the weird lighting in advance, guys. I feel like I'm on like an episode of Euphoria right now. But things are going really well. I am pleasantly surprised at how well they are all doing. The only pigs that are still kind of giving me issues is Caroline and Kyle. They did have a kind of intense launch. Kyle launched at Caroline and pulled out a little bit of her fur, but luckily there was no blood drawn. They're still kind of going at it right now, right over there. But they can definitely get closer to each other and their faces without like wanting to kill each other, which is really good. Teddy, Eris, and Wanda are all doing amazing, so that's really nice. So it's just mainly really Kyle and Caroline that need to kind of work on their relationship and see if they can work with one another. Their cage will be actually longer than this, so it's going to be a good size, just in case they aren't like the best of, you know, pigs with each other relationship-wise. They can go off on the other side. They can be totally fine that way, so I don't worry about that. Sorry, I'm just kind of piercing over at them just to see what they're doing right now. Kyle does, she does this even with Teddy and Eris before. She'll just open her mouth but not show teeth as just a sign of mild aggression. And she's been doing that for the last like hour or so with Caroline. They've been in the bonding pen now for 6 hours, so it's been quite a bit of time. I am going to be keeping them in the bonding pen overnight, so my bed's obviously right here, so I will hear if anything happens or goes down. So I just feel like a lot better, you know, sleeping at night knowing that like they're right there by my feet, so I can actually know what's going on, just in case there's any fights, and I can just break it up right off the bat. I feel really good about this. Finally, a successful bonding situation. Well, 99% sure, I want to say. Yeah, I feel good about this. The pigs feel good about this. I'm not going to actually be showing off their new cage to you guys until my next video. I'm going to be filming that tomorrow, so this is going to be a video in itself. I will update you guys in the morning with anything that happens or, you know, I hear or whatever the case may be. Hopefully it's actually nothing. Good. No news is good news in this case. Oh, I just wanted to also mention before I go, I'm not going to add any hides or tunnels or toys or anything of that sort to the cage itself. I did actually drape over some fleece on the corners just as a little like cozy corner that's a little bit darker for them to chill out in, but that's kind of what caused a little bit of a fight between Kyle and Caroline because they were both fighting over that corner because it was dark and cozy. So I decided, you know what? No hides, no tunnels tonight. They're just going to sleep in the open, and then this way they're able to see each other, wake up, and realize that they're all in the same cage in the morning, and it'll be totally fine. Yeah, that is pretty much it from me today. I'm really happy I was able to get around to actually doing this and not have waited till tomorrow, because I do want to get this video as soon as possible for you guys. I'm actually gonna go shower and also eat a little bit more. Ordered Domino's. I was a little bad because, you know, I had to be here, so I couldn't really make food and spend an hour downstairs. So it was just easier. It was my little treat today. Oh, I actually probably didn't, I didn't even update you guys with what happened with Toby and Ashton. I'll do that in another video tomorrow when I film, but yeah, some stuff went down between them two. They are broken up, unfortunately. So yeah, I will obviously give you guys a rundown of that in another video, my next video. So yeah, I'm off for the night. I will talk to you guys in the morning. So it is the next morning, as you guys could have saw just now. There's still a little bit of, I want to call it playful aggression going on. It's not like she's trying to hurt, I'm talking about Caroline, trying to hurt the other pigs. It's just her trying to still assert her dominance. So I'm actually going to end up keeping them in here for a couple more hours today, or even for the entire day, just until I know for sure that things are really, really good between them. It just only ever comes out of Caroline when like a pig gets next to her, especially if it's Teddy or Kyle. Those two were the most dominant ones in their trio, and now having an older pig and a dominant pig when she was living with Wanda, it kind of just is throwing off some things. So they're still trying to figure things out. There is nothing that went on last night that was scary, that was bad. There was no aggression whatsoever. Everyone was actually sleeping in their bunk beds. So cute. I'll actually attach a video that I took last night of all of them in their bunk beds. It was like a little piggy sleepover. It was so cute. Yeah, everyone is doing pretty well, as you can see. You know, Wanda's trying to groom Kyle over there. For the most part, I'm really feeling great about this. But again, I'm gonna wait a few more hours and just see if they can kind of really solidify their bond before I move them into their new cage. I think we've got a successful bond, which I'm so happy to say out loud. Thank God, because the beginning of this video was just, it was a rough one. So now we have a really good set bond, which I'm really happy about. And I can finally say, I have a little herd, which is really nice. That is pretty much it from me on today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you learned some things about bonding and also got a chance to learn more about my pigs and their personalities throughout this process. Make sure to leave this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos every single week. And me and my piggies, we'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.